And in terms of one of you USPs, I guess, is I've seen that your booking engine handle multiple languages, even the very odd languages. How do you manage that?
Well, when we started the companies, as I mentioned, one of the key factors was we had to be international. We had the chance to be in Europe where the market is very fragmented. So we conscious, we aware that people in Portugal, in Spain, or in Amsterdam, they don't necessarily speak English.
Yeah.
Okay, and Germans, usually when they want to do bookings, they prefer to use the German languages. So just within our European community, there's a lot of diversity, and we're very sensitive to this. For me, also, I lived in other countries for many years, so I'm very touched and concerned by providing something on a high level and have this leverage approach, which is very customizable, that will answer to local requirements. Now, in the global economy, like if you are hotels in London, but it's the same things if you are in Munich, you may want to try to attract people from the Middle East, from Japan, and from China. Well, how are you going to do that? Pricing is one issue, but if you don't have the things people will understand, even if they try the best, they won't be able to do reservations. So from the beginning, our system was designed with necessary things that make addition of new language very simple for us to do.
And you translate, you have a team who translate the descriptions? Or
it's more complex than that.
Okay.
It's very difficult to go into details, but I would say every language has its own specificity and own requirements. If you talk about Arabic, it's the way you would translate, the way you would do it, the process you manage to do it is very different from Kenji, it's very different from Korean, very different from Cyrillic. The same thing for Greek. Greek is not a very foreign language, but it has this complexity. But what is important is to make sure that you have very high quality translations, because that reflect the level of services that you provide to your customers. Even sometimes we have languages like Hebrew that we don't put on websites, on all websites, and we can customize actually the order of our languages or the number of languages that we want. Because we have automatic process constructed into our systems that people end up doing reservation in Hebrew. So the system is very sophisticated, but it had to appear very simplified or very simple, very intuitive to the consumer, and that's a very complex thing to do.
I've seen that you introduced not so long ago videos on your website. There's a website exclusively hotel.
As I mentioned before, I think that the booking system is one of the components that you have to provide other services to the hotels to provide them additional means of being successful. And the way we're doing distributions is very different from the standard distribution found in Expedia or Bookings or Veneer. I would say that we're not even a distributor, we should be a broker. Because if you go to all our portals, we have 50 portals where we distribute only our customers, only our customers. We provide links with their websites. And the idea is not to use the brand name of the hotels to generate traffic for portals, but to invest, make lots of PPC investments and other efforts to generate traffic for the portals that then can go to the customers. The links that we bring will increase the level of visibility of their website, because we have incredible ranking, and we are extremely good at SEO because we've done this effort for many years. So one of the things we're always trying to do is to improve. We've done commentary many years ago, we've done grading, we've got customer studies, and one of the things we started to do more than a year ago was to do videos. So when people were not talking about social marketing, we had steps and we started to do things. Now, lots of people talk about videos, but for us, you can find our videos on YouTube, on TripAdvisors, and we have dedicated systems where we put the videos. And we did the videos ourselves, which means that
so you produce the videos for the hotels? Free of charge, or?
It's free of charge. Then they can use it for their own website.
Yeah.
As long as they work with Fastbooking. and that's a winning partnership.
What have you learned from that, from those videos? I mean, I'm hearing that videos do actually convert more into bookings than just purely website with text description and images.
Absolutely, and also it depends on the partners with whom you work. We do a lot of external feed to partners to generate traffic. People like Kelku, Kayak, Yamishla, Go Voyage, and many others. And some of them you'll find the video too. And depending on the type of channels that you're targeting, you'll see conversion rates are better and higher. So, but this is one of the elements. We're still working on new things, affiliate programs and other things that we cannot talk too much about it, but always in thinking to generate more traffic, to increase the user experience, and to help our customers to make more business. Because at the end, as we're commission-based, all these investments will get our return from.
Yeah. Let me ask one last question, Richard. You mentioned that the SEO for independent hotels is quite a complex thing to do, especially if you don't have the budget. And you were mentioning like your success story with the search Hotel Paris on Google, and your website features on the top organic results. Do you think that one day an independent hotel could actually have their hotel website listed on such generic terms? Or is it just for Starwood, Hilton, all those guys and all the OTAs? Because I always tend to see some irrelevance sometimes in the results, that why not a hotel independent could actually have the same share of result like the other guys?
Well, it's possible to do. The question is a question of resources and return.
Yeah.
For us, when we worked 4 years to be on the top 3 positions on Google.com on keywords and the interesting article that was done by Journal du Net on this, try to understand how we did it. Now it's always a question of investments and return. Our approach, we have a communitary approach of hotels. We mutualize our investments. We know that we're not doing just SEO for 1 hotel.
Yeah.
In Paris, we're doing SEO for 400 hotels. So that changed the pictures, that changed the resources and the investments that you can put. So a hotel by himself, he wants to get known, yeah, he could do it, assuming that he have the resources to do it.
Yeah.
But he won't get his return. He won't convert. He won't.
So you say it's kind of a lost battle in a way?
No, but now, what's the importance for hotels to be on top on such keywords such as Hotel Paris? That might not be the real approach or the ultimate approach that he wants. There are other things that he could implement, and the fact that working with companies like us, where we generate traffic and then send it back to his websites, is a way of being part of the first top 2 positions. So in this case, he doesn't invest, but he's part of it. It's the same thing like many decades ago, all butchers were together in one street because they know all together they could bring a lot of traffic together, and they all share the visitor together, and it would make more sense than to be just by yourself competing with the big guys. And Fastbooking, it's really our unique selling point, is providing this community approach to hotel. Once again, a lot of people, a lot of competitors will do the same things, and I think that the hoteliers, they ought to themselves into the responsibility to make the difference between what is true and what is not true, and really to dig down. But for Fastbooking, this is something that we've tried to do since the beginning, and I think that the market will recognize it. At least 4,000 customers said that you're right, you're doing the right things. We try to do things with maximum ethic, because I think it's important, and it seems to be a very successful strategy. So we'll continue to do that. I think that the company was built on those values. I think it's very important, and this is what we're trying to create, the trust between the hoteliers and us on a very partnership base, and we want both to make good return of our effort.
Thank you, Richard.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.